Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews. Today's beer comes from Lost 40 Brewing. These guys are out of Little Rock, Arkansas. This was sent to me by Scott. So Scott, thanks again my brother for sending me the beers from out there in Arkansas. Uh, this one also had the plastic cap just like the Lost 40 one we did yesterday. But this one actually has a little price sticker stamp that they put on top of it. Yesterday's beer didn't have it. It had the plastic cap. So evidently they're putting one sticker on either the 4-pack or the 6-pack, and the one I had yesterday didn't have it. These guys evidently don't have a dating machine because there's nothing written on the bottom of the can, and they were putting these on one of the beers and not all of them, and I got a problem with that, guys. They need to put it on every one of the cans in case they get broken apart just like the one I had yesterday, and you have no idea what the vintage is or the date of the beer is. Even though this is a barrel-aged beer, it's going to keep for a little while. And it's a 7%er, so it's not going to keep a long time. I wouldn't keep this beer 20 years. It's a barrel-aged beer, 7%. It's probably good for 5, maybe even 10. I can't think of a single thing that would not let you sell this beer for a little while. But they're going to produce these big barrel-aged beers. They're buying the bourbon barrels to put these things in. I guess it's a bourbon. It doesn't say bourbon. It says barrel-aged. They need to have a dating machine. So a little price sticker that costs $30. Somebody standing at the end of the line and putting one of those stickers on each of the 4-packs or the 6-pack. It's what it is though, guys. But this one has a date on it, 1/23/17, and today is the 17th of February, so it's not even a month old yet. So it should be very damn tasty. So let's get on with it. I don't have a commercial description here on Rate Beer where I usually read them, and I don't have one on Beer Advocate. So we don't have a commercial description on this one other than what's on the can, and some of this writing is very tiny. I cannot read it without putting my glasses on. It says Love Honey Bock Bourbon Barrel aged 7%. That's what I can read. Says here brewed with 120 pounds of Arkansas honey and aged in bourbon barrels for 6 months. So it does have that written on the label that it is a bourbon barrel. So very nice. I just wish these guys would do something a little different than what they're doing with the little price tag stick on label stickers. If they're going to do this, put it on every can. Either that or buy a dating machine and date the bottom of the freaking can. Enough about that. Alright, nothing else we need to talk about, so let me get the top popped on this and tell you cuisine is German, cheeses are earthy, Camembert Fontina, it goes well with your chocolate dishes, that's what it's saying here. And, whoops, I'm about to spill some of it. Glassware is a flute, Pilsner glass, Pokel mug, Sodale, Stein, Stange, which is a slender cylinder glass, and I hate that glass, guys. Everything you pour in gives you 5 fingers of head. So I don't use it very often, hardly use it at all anymore. I want to smell the beer. I want to see it. I'm reviewing it here. If I was drinking it, with not reviewing it, I'd probably put it in a chilled pint glass and let it come up to room temperature. But since we're doing the reviews, this is my favorite glass. And it says here, not recommended for extended cellarings unless ABV extends average range. 7% doesn't do that, so that's why I've said I wouldn't sell this beer for 20 years. Didn't pour very much of a head. It is a deep amber color, almost a copper color. A little bit of light coming through the bottom of it, but it does look like a filtered beer, guys. It's not super cloudy. Let's get a nose on it. Alright, for a beer this fresh, and for something that's been in the bourbon barrels for 6 months, not getting a huge bourbon notes at all on this, guys. If you're looking for something with bourbon off the chain, this is not it. I'm very surprised. This beer is not even a month old. I'm not getting the big bourbon notes. Now, it might be in the taste, but not on the nose. So maybe they didn't use a first run bourbon barrel, something that hadn't had beer in it before. Not sure. But the bourbon is just not, it's not on the nose. I mean, not getting hardly anything at all. So, hear the phone ringing in there. So, I'm getting a little bit of caramel, toffee sweetness. But doesn't have a big aroma. So let's give it a taste and see what we got. A little bit of crackery malt, biscuity malt. Very easy drinking. It is only a 7%er. It's not like it's a 10 or 11 or 12%er. Tasty, but nothing is blowing me away right now on this one. For a bourbon barrel aged beer, a little disappointed in the bourbon notes that I'm getting. But let's let it warm up. It's right out of the fridge, 40 degrees, and see where it ends up once it comes up to room temperature. And we're going to give her a taste of 2 or 3, whatever she wants, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Got this little left here. Decent beer, but nothing outstanding, nothing world class, not even an A beer as far as I'm concerned. For something that's got barrel aged and big letters around here, I'm not getting hardly any of that at all. Maybe a little bit of woodiness in there from the barrels, but to me, they probably use second run barrels. These barrels have had beer in them before. I'm just not getting the bourbon notes on this beer that I should be getting for a beer this fresh. I'm getting none. I'm getting absolutely none. Bottle choke. Decent beer. Alcohol is very well hidden. Well made beer. But for a beer this fresh, not even a month old, and to be been in the bourbon barrels for 6 months, it's not there. It is not there, guys. If it didn't have barrel aged on the beer, on the can here, yeah. Very nice honey Bock. But for something that's been in a bourbon barrel for 6 months, I'm not getting it, guys. It did have the date on this particular can that Scott had sent me, so they are putting the little price sticker tags on at least one of the cans in the 4-pack or the 6-pack. I don't know how this particular one is probably the 4-pack, and I'd be very disappointed to pay a big price. I don't know what Scott paid for this. You didn't tell me on this particular one, but you'll be disappointed if you're expecting big bourbon notes on this beer. It's not there. To me, guys, I'm going to give this, I'm going to give it a 5, which is a B-. I'm going to go against the grade on this. This beer is above average, and it's well made. For the alcohol is not very prominent. It's very well hidden, very well made. But for having barrel aged, bourbon barrel aged in 6 months, it's not there. I'm not getting it. So that's where I'm putting it. Numeric rating on this, guys, would probably be an 80. That's where I would put this beer. Over to Untapped, because Gregsbeerreviews beer, I couldn't either one of them have scores on this beer. Untapped has it at 4.18, which is an excellent number. That's in the A category to those guys. I'm not getting that on this beer. I really am not. Like I said, if you're expecting big bourbon notes on this beer, you'll be disappointed. Now that I've had it, even though it had a price sticker date on this one particular one, now that I've had it, I probably would not buy this beer again if it was available here, which it is not. And Scott, I'm so sorry. I was expecting a little more from this beer than what I got, sir. Especially when it's got barrel aged, bourbon barrel on the can, and then reading it said they left it 6 whole months in the bourbon barrel. That tells me that it's probably not a first time the beer has been in that barrel. They may have reused this barrel. So the bourbon is kind of very, and I don't say kind of, it's very subdued. if I was drinking this beer without seeing what was written on the can, I would say there is no bourbon in it. It wasn't barrel aged. So that's where I'm going to put it. If you've had this beer from the Lost 40, this is their bourbon barrel aged. Take that with a grain of salt on this particular beer. Love Honey Bock. So let me know if you've had it, guys, and come on back tomorrow. Let's take something out of the fridge. See you then.